I have reconstructed an entire episode of Nigel Thornberry's Animal World based on clips from within the Wild Thornberry series. And we're going to evaluate his performance by 4 foolproof metrics that I came up with this morning. Metric 1, communication skills. Metric 2, information. Metric 3, does he have it? A certain je nature sais quoi. And metric 4, which is locked until after the documentary is done. How do you think that sounds, Nigel?
Smashing.
Let's go.
This is Sir Nigel Thornberry of Sir Nigel Thornberry's Animal World. Here we are, in the pre-dawn still of morning, witnessing the wondrous migration of the humpback whale. Each fall, these majestic mammals swim 3,500 miles from Alaska to their wintering habitat here in the Hawaiian Islands. Oh, magnificent! That was what is known as a tail slap. Though much of their behavior is a mystery, it is most likely a form of social communication. In the time we have spent with the whales, we have noticed that they have made a small change in their song. It appears they have added a new phrase, as they often do. The narrow hooves of the dull sheep make it easier for these agile creatures to flee into the nooks and crannies of the cliffs at the slightest indication of danger. This is nature's clever way of protecting them from predators.
Is that a mosquito?
Mosquitoes are known to be attracted to strong, sweet scents. Perhaps I can lure them away with my strawberry jam sandwich.
Too late.
Behind me, you see the pristine white coats and beautiful amber horns of the doll sheep, Ovis dolly, a subspecies of the thin horn sheep. We're flying over the Valley of the Geysers. It's one of the most geothermically active regions in the world. This protected nature preserve is home to the rare Philippine anglerfish. Not only is it coloured to blend in with the surrounding coral reef, it has a simply stupendous method for catching its dinner. Now then, let us quietly search for this astonishing creature. The Philippine anglerfish grows a spine that hangs forward just above its mouth, and the end of this spine is shaped precisely like a tiny fish. Other fish swim up, thinking it is a scrumptious morsel. By the time they realize their mistake, it's too late. Here in Borneo, island in the clouds, we search for its most amazing inhabitant, the orangutan. While my Malay is a bit rusty, I can tell you, orang means man, and utan means forest or jungle. Despite their great size, they are gentle creatures. It's an awful fact that poachers kill mother orangutans. Is it done so they can take the babies?
Yes, the poachers sell them as pets and make a lot of money doing it.
But once they start to get bigger, aren't they usually abandoned?
That's true. We at the rehabilitation centre try to find them, then we do everything we can to help them learn how to live in the rainforest again.
And the babies have to be schooled in everything, don't they? Because they're not instinctive.
That's correct. It's just one of the many ways they're like humans.
While they're utterly adorable, I can see how raising one could be quite a handful.
When at rest, the Parsons chameleon is as plain as the nose on your face, but when frightened, it becomes nearly invisible.
Monsters! Monsters!
Nigel, where's the chameleon?
Oh, clever creature. Marianne, it's still here. But it's camouflaged. Don't you see?
Actually, I don't, but if you say so.
For almost 2 months, these brave males have been nesting the eggs on their feet. Nearly starving, they wait for their mates to return from feeding right before hatching. What you are about to witness is a miracle among miracles. A 6-inch hatchling coming into the harshest environment on the planet. Be sure to join us next time on Nigel Thornberry's Animal World.
The 4th bar was locked during the show because it's a trait displayed more when Nigel is specifically off camera. Respect for the animals. It seems like the guy is always saving some animal. There are a handful of cases throughout the series where Nigel gets what might be his only chance to film an animal, but passes it up out of respect for its well-being. Sometimes he even goes a little overboard there. At one point, Nigel declines to film a Sumatran rhino because he thinks it will do best if left alone. This might be a good impulse in the internet era, when a picture can bring millions of people and poachers to a single spot, but it strikes me as a bit silly in the context of a 90s nature TV program. It's not like someone could pull coordinates from their TV screen or use Google Earth to figure out the location. And everyone already knows that Sumatran rhinos live in Sumatra. Sumatran rhinos in particular have become so sparse that the only hope of sustaining the species might be to bring the remaining individuals into human care. Otherwise, they might not even be able to find each other reliably in the wild. The writers really drew attention to how things can go wrong in the Finsterkopf episode, when the Thornberrys run into another nature documentary family, whose program hinges on intrusive gadgets and actually forcing animals to fight or take actions they might never do in nature.
I have a mind to report you to the International Federation for Ethical Naturalism.
There are a lot of old nature programs like the Finsterkopfs. One of the original nature documentaries, Disney's White Wilderness, spread the myth that lemmings jump off cliffs by throwing them off a cliff. When given the option, animals will almost always choose to run away, or even just to ignore each other. Any nature program that says otherwise is just playing it up for the views and missing the entire world of interesting behaviors that actually make up most animals' day-to-day lives. So how good a nature TV presenter was Nigel Thornberry? If you ask me, he was smashing. One reward that we've had on our Patreon forever, but only inconsistently done, is crediting our patrons on the podcast. So, to make up for this, I'm going to go back in time and, without knowing who we've credited or not exactly from the past, I'm just going to go through the whole list of anyone who's ever been on our Patreon and thank them. So, if that's you, if your name is on this list, listen in for it, and I just want to say one more time, thank you so much. You really make all of this possible. Without further ado, thanks to Maribel, Chris, Julia, Margaret, Neri, Jeanette, Humyara, Lena, Swamp Witch 3000, Deb, Warren, Niovi, Sarah, On My Sleeve, Rachel, Sierra, Gabrielle, Isla, Alex, Aaron, Kate, Jay, Allie, Alyssa, Dakota, Evie, Sam, Kaja, Darren, Sarah, Michaela, Rebecca, Heather, Aura, Ashley, Emma, Kyle, Megan, Savannah, Gutter Dreamer, Rainey, Libby, Jenny, Jamie, Siota-chan, Mitzi, Kea, Holly, Nick, Andrew, Shelby, Allison, Just Juice, Catherine, Rayleigh, Jennifer, Shariah, Amanda, Eldritch Moore, question mark, Liam, Muffins, Waylon, Emily, Mason, Ryan, Newts, Nicole, Sonia, Sarah, Jordan, Well, James, Lily, Tommy, Glamthropist, Kimbles, Meryl, Denver, Jose, Nick, Alex, Linda Lou, Miles, Julie, David, Michelle, Jane, Jessica, Lauren, Harrison, Kathleen, Katie, May, Evan, Alistair, Chris, Lila, Corey, Liz, Rebecca, Din, Ariel, Peluvian, Maris, Curtis, Theron, Bailey, Matthew, Morgan, Catherine, Cody, Jane, Samantha, Katarina, Emily, Grace, Aaron, Kevin, Allison, Jiri, Maggie, Allie, Lydia, Haley, Jezelyn, Gennaro, Helen, Cynthia, Sadish, Johanna, Satanic Panic, Caitlin, Synapsipede, Kala, Elizabeth, Jenny, Sarah, Emily, Annabelle, Rachel, Jessica, Laura, Alana, Jamila, Jennifer, Ashley, Anna, Kelsey, Elliot, Kayla, Lauren, Megan, Gloria, Adrian, Lindsay, Haley, Olivia, Caitlin, Nicole, Laura, Jess, Sharon, Amelia, Vintus, Omnimnum, Siam, Tessie, Shiwalker, Rogue, Kaylee, Christian, Yaku, Chris, Anna, Catherine, Rebecca, Dorothea, Georgia, Gretchen, Claude Monet, that's C-L-A-W-E-D, Monet, Daisy, Jennifer, Catherine, Aaron, Jacob, Shaylee, Paige, Willa, Jennifer, Kathleen, Jonathan, Ella, Diana, Lena, Bronwyn, Grace, Lady Serpents, Amanda, Desi, Alexander, Mary, Corrine, Ramy, Christina, Estelle, SB Trees, Robert, Ben, Yelena, Monica, Molly, Marissa, Damascus, Karta, Sammy, Lizzie, Dance Fighting, Cass, Lisa, Catherine, Erica, Emily, Sammy, Rebecca, Shannon, Genevieve, Catherine, Kimberly, Christian, Tater, Trier of Pods, Kim, AJ, Alice, Emily, Ellie, Mothstradamus, G-Law, Desi, Evan, Jamie, Elijah, Cody, Lauren, Aaron, Emily, Poya, David, Kate, Marin, Isaac, Sarah, CJ, Brandy, Leanne, Dylan, Caroline, Alicia, Livy, Liz, Lane, Desiree, Anastasia, Laurel, Ashley, Chelsea, Lorena, Laura, Hillary, Leah, Anissa, Gina, Radwolf, David, Angie, Space Trace, Allie, Emily, This Fish Flies, Mandy, Katie, Corianne, Christina, Noir, Philip, Sam, Dan, Heather, Noah, Joshua, Jessica, Alex, Ash, Hin, Shyla, Ann, Catherine, Kayla, Stasia, Ariana, Christine, KK, Eleanor, Sasha, Rachel, Alexis, Rick, Christopher, Shara, Don Shin, Stephanie, Sean, Caitlin, Savannah, Liz, Dino Loris, Annie, Becky, Dylan, Andrew, Amos, Stephanie, Jaden, Zach, Ashley, Destiny, Bryce, Lauren, Rio, Alicia, Chelsea, Steven, Stacy, Annalisa, Riz is here, Emily, Gabriel, Julia, Mason, Alicia, Kimberly, Alessandra, Pamela, Not Michelle, Megan, Grace, Sriracha, Helen, Anxiety Aardvark actually, Casey, Lindsay, Owl in the Green, Cheney, Pauline, Anna, Giacomo, Rebecca, Liz, Amanda, Annie, Brady, Corey, Rachel, Amy, Clark, Sarah, Chrisana, Victoria, Cosmo, Robert, Deirdre, Nicole, Sarah, Madison, Ivo, Kay, Zach, Leah, Haley, Lady Kirai, Patrick, Celia, McKinley, Serena, Emily, Sage, Megan, Sterling, Carly, Kaylee, Jules, Combing, Digital Mobius, Annie, Lost, Suad, Claire, Dylan, Liv, Anna, Joanna, Karen, Laura, Benjamin, Hillary, Grayson, Natalie, Emma, Chaotic Megan Energy, Lena, Aaron, Olivia, Skippy, Catherine, Harry, Megan, Spidey Books, Marilyn, Rachel, Rainey, Tony, Elena, Allison, Sam, Tommy, Ilya, Ultimates, Madeline, Scarlett, Sally, Ryan, Talia, Stephanie, Andrea, Colin, Kristen, Brooklyn, Julia, Krista, Beck, Jeffrey, Megan, Kimberly, Jennifer, Callum, Amanda, Draztastic, use your outside voice, Lily, Ewan, Daniel, Holly, Trinity, Kirsten, Becca, Tatamona, Imby, Morgan, Stella, Diavala, Christy, Rathgate, Lauren, Jim, Alyssa, Jack, Matt, Kristen, Marissa, Tina, Pocky Nightmare, Dragon, Belle, Kelly, Casey, Alexander, Allison, Alice, Marissa, Amanda, Taylor, Shannon, Gabriel, Caitlin, Kimberly, Cynthia, Maggie, Kim, Daniel, Natalie, Nikki, Karis, Lazulis, Laura, Squeezebox Cat, The Other Mike, Sarah, Beth, Amanda, Greta, Jennifer, Chad, A Cheese what? A Cheese Pierogi, Jessica, Boone, Slava, Cody, Elise, Jessica, Amanda, Gentleman Raccoon, Robin, Lisa, Kelsey, Trish, Eve, Stan, Klimbo, Aubrey, Caitlin, Brett, Candace, Lavender, Drew, Kelsey, Lauren, Eric, Ellie, Michelle, Jennifer, Regretful, Sydney, Lady, Rose, Kara, Decidedly, Jessica, Bethany, Cindy, Morgan, Danielle, Noah, Melody, Roberta, Lauren, Gilbert, Lillian, Timothy, Kristen, Costa, Nathan, Joshua, Taylor, Laurel, Kat Zia, Kat, Erica, Riley, Sarah, Moth, Agam, Brandon, Heidi, Dawn, Summer, Vivian, Amaranthine, PG, Renee, Bonnie, Alyssa, Emmy, Ariel, Rachel, Smelby, Rachel, A Person, Kest, Lily, Lauren, Skylar, Emily, Colin, Seong Young, Rachel, Kara, Kojal, JG&T, Jesse, Jessica, Lindsay, Mike, Stevie, Michael, Bring on the Bugs, Elizabeth, Morgan, Hanako, Terry, Elsa, Sean, Liz, Carly, Connor, Alex, Yuko, Jordan, Amelia, Tara, Courtney, Emily, Nicole, Georgia, Emily, Karen, G, Amy, Amanda, Zoe, Jennifer, Eleanor, Maria, Jen, Benoit, Kathleen, Sheesh, Charlie, Quinto, Sola, Felicia, Melanie, JB, Squidney, Rowan, Samantha, DJ, Brooke, Jared, Lindsay, Trey, Caitlin, Maya, Jill, Jesse, Lauren, Gary, Jelly, Shannon, Stephanie, Jacob, Samanthea, Sophie, Buffy, Aspen, Rim, Jackie, Joe, Internet Jones, Nicole, Hane, Marie, Heather, Mistina, Carmia, Helena, Chad, Pancakes, Kayla, Elise, Gian, Jordan, Chris, Kate, James, Jolie, H, Gage, Alicia, Carolyn, Juliana, Holly, Liz, Kat, Aaron, Alexandra, S, T, Kat, Cassie, Nicholas, Sparrow, Angela, Logan, Mindy, Madeline, Pat, Megan, Abby, Matthew, Rebecca, Ivan, Aaliyah, Emma, Courtney, Eleanor, Nathan, Emily, Devin, Lucy, the Gucci Saint, Renee, Emily, Jude, Kelby, Beverly, Evan, Justin, Jesse, Robin, Elsie, Cassie, Shlee, Elizabeth, Valentina, Sam, Lauren, Shroom Dad, Jess, Lo, Amanda, Win, Amanda, Courtney, Dylan, Allison, Shrethan, Mariah, Bex, Johnny, Gabrielle, Egg Dog, Tatiana, Emily, Beth, Haley, Joanna, Shauna, Melissa, Aaron, Tony, Rob, Eleanor, Kirsten, Michaela, Alex, Celine, Hatan, Frederica, Diane, Kristen, Tiffany, Corey, Hannah, Mara, Logan, Jacqueline, Wonderbra, Danielle, Raquel, Kristen, Ruth, Dolly, Thaisa, Ellie, Vespertine, Tasia, Mia, Megan, Glasses, Mina, Selena, Erito, Nicole, Peachbug, Clara, Sasha, Rocks and Reptiles, Amy, Flo, Barry, Dawn, Emily, Kay, Victoria, Jamie, Misty, Stephanie, Linda, Claire, Rupa, Jane, Episto, Rhonda, Andrea, Eric, Barbara, Alexander, Kate, Björg, Michelle, Zan, Meadow, Carrie, Ellie, Nika, Bree, Ashley, Mariana, Ashley, Karen, Maeve, Ilex, Kat, Ruth, Niam, and Lee.